Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know what just happened, but we're here.
Hey
So
guys,
sorry,
technical difficulties.
I had to create a new live for that. So
Oh, okay,
for
okay, makes
everyone
sense.
that
Makes
yeah,
sense.
it wouldn't allow me to restart the live
Gotcha.
through StreamYard. So yeah, so hopefully we get everyone back. So
Yeah, I mean,
we're
if anyone has any questions about the Luke situation,
now,
you
well,
know, we're here
we
today.
only have 3 people right now. So
Yeah.
so
We'll give it a minute or two. But I mean, the last thing I really want to talk about was Elite 11. You know, Jonas Williams is
we'll,
doing
we'll
his
wait.
thing.
We'll wait for right now. Let's wait for people to start
Oh,
trickling in.
okay.
Okay, so AZ, we
Yeah,
know
he's back. Yeah.
okay,
Easy wants to know.
I guess we can then go for it.
Cool. So, yeah, as people come in, again, if you're not aware, Jonas Williams is at the Elite 11. He's doing his thing. Had a good day, in my opinion, yesterday. You know, I'm not too big on those rankings that those sites send out and stuff like that, but Tron Baker was in attendance. He was you know catching some passes and stuff like that. Some from Jonas Williams, so that was cool to see get their chemistry going already. But yeah, he's enjoying his thing, and you know, hopefully we do hear he wins MVP. If not, all good. Again, I'm high on Jonas and excited that he's going to be on campus when he gets here, no matter what. This Elite 11, so.
Yeah, for everyone that's now coming back or so, sorry about that. B Jones he kind of what is it called? Ended the stream by mistake. So
Yeah, he dropped the mic.
yeah, he dropped the ball on us here, but yeah, so we're back live. I don't know if we have really much else to say, but yeah, it's great to see Scott Schrader has some videos of Jonas throwing to Tron, so I'll definitely check those out. But yeah, not sure if there's really too much to say. We get a bot.
And then for those that are thinking that maybe Ryder Lyons could potentially be an option down the line, it looks like he's going to commit on the 24th. So that ship has definitely sailed, and I think we've locked in our who we believe our 27 QB is going to be.
Okay, so
all good. Oh yeah, go ahead.
He says, so are we in on Jet still or not? Because didn't Gunner say we're out previously? USCJ, he believes we're still in on it. Yeah, see, that's what we're saying, that things just constantly change. You never know what's going to happen because he has us on the top 3 when it comes to who he's deciding, at least from what Hayes put up there, or maybe he's just using us as kind of fodder at this point. I don't know.
You really believe that, huh? You really believe that Hayes?
I really do believe the Hayes.
You really believe Hayes would convince a kid, hey, I want you to put USC.
Have you not seen the slander that he's done against us?
Do you have proof though? That's the thing. Like again, he's
slander,
going off of the kid.
But the slander about the whole Georgia commits and all that stuff, like, oh, USC.
Well, that's a different thing, right? I mean, but again, like he's not going to
put a sour taste in my mouth.
He's not going to force a kid to be like, hey, I need you to put USC, or hey, I need you to put over USC. Like the kids are telling him what to put in terms of their top 3, their top 10, their hey, I picked this school over XYZ. Like I can't see how, like what does he gain from that? What is
he's gaining clicks.
I mean,
he's gaining engagement. That's what all Twitter is about, is engagement. You get the most views, and then you can start getting paid by Twitter. So, and he just loves to piss USC fans off.
Yeah, I can't see it. I can't see it.
I think he's
but we'll see. Yeah, like you said, AZ, and then all good. You get Gunner Guns. It is with an A, but it's all good. No hurt feelings here with that. But yeah, I mean, we did say he was out. That's kind of what we've been hearing, is that ultimately he will not be a Trojan. And then again, that could have been out of respect to put us in his top 3 still with Bama. And again, the predictions have been Florida, Oregon, but like the Luke Waffle situation, you just never know. In this case, we could hear tomorrow morning that things are flipping with Jet. So we'll see.
Yeah.
And yes, you do get tickets to the Michigan game. I will be there. Raul will be there. Maybe BC will be there.
Hey, order some more chains so BC can make it.
Yeah, if you guys really wanted to see me there,
Exactly.
order some chains. Definitely got some chains going on, and I'm not going to say anything right now, but I have a.
He's got some in works.
I got a special chain coming out, or at least
yes.
If you don't hear my 3D printer going on right now in the back, it's working extra hard at this point.
Exactly.
It's working overtime.
Who knows? Maybe I'll show post a picture of it tomorrow when it's finished. But yeah, but I don't know. Definitely, if you can make it to any of these games, definitely make it, because we need to fill out the Coliseum, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make sure that we're always sold out. We need that energy back in the Coliseum like we used to have back in the peak hero days. Wait, BC coming with the wild conspiracy theories? It's not wild.
See, that's what I agree. I agree, man.
It is not wild.
Ro, I need your thoughts, and I feel like you might be on BC side, but like, do you really think he's putting USC in these without the kids' permission? Like, he's just like, hey, forget you, I'm gonna put USC. Like,
no, I don't think he's putting it without permission, but I do think that he does it with some passion. Like, hell yeah, let me put USC behind this crap.
See,
I'm glad. I'm just saying, because Hayes has shown some type of like negative post.
I agree with the whole Georgia decommits. I totally agree in terms of that.
Putting the top 3 or whatever, it definitely comes from the kids, especially if he offered. So, but I do think that Hayes, when he sees that top 3, she's like, yeah, man, I'm gonna get some USC fans a little upset right now.
Yeah. But see, I just feel like there's been some times where we've seen recruits that commit to other schools, and I feel like I've never heard of this recruit, and we're in the top 3.
But that's coming from the kid, like Gunn said. But with that being said, if I'm Hayes, I'm be like, hey, is USC really still going after you? If not, can we just put the top 3 that actually are pursuing you?
See, okay, okay. That's even more of a conspiracy than me.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying the kids are giving him the names. Obviously, the kids are going to give them top program names, and they know that USC is a top program. So the kids are going to do that. But I do think, like, hey, you need to start questioning these kids. So like, all right, we're going to really put your top 2 or top 3 that are pursuing you. If USC or a certain school is out, take USC out of the equation. He needs to start putting these recruits some type of accountability and say, all right, I really want your top 3.
Not just throwing USC in there just to have that as a clicks.
You could.
But Jeff, what are you referencing to? Are you talking about the Luke Waffle?
Maybe the live, yeah. I would say maybe.
Yeah. What are you talking about there, Jeff?
And Tina, I think she asked about the Luke Waffle situation. Kind of like we mentioned earlier, seemed like Luke Waffle was a commit or silent. Had a little bit of cold feet, whether it was him or his parents, and it seems like we're still back in the running. So it's don't count us out of the Luke Waffle runnings yet.
Jeff was referring to Waffle and even Jet. It could be NIL related. It could be. I don't think it's distance for Jet. I definitely don't think it's distance for Jet. It's like Nevada is basically California at this point, just in the desert. But Waffle, I can legitimately view it as distance. And then adding that extra bag on top of it could ease some of that pain of distance. But who knows? We'll see what happens at this point. I just realized that there's no audio going on with the music because of B. Jones canceled.
But again, if you guys didn't hear, tomorrow, 11 a.m. Pacific time on 3's channel, Waffle will announce, and hopefully it is USC. But again, like I said on earlier, I'm just glad that we're still fighting. You know, like we're not running away. We're not, stuff like that. So.
And I do want to address something. There was I think, was it On3 or 247 Insider saying like, oh, it's not going to end well for USC. This is going to be A&M 2022 all over again. No, man, we're USC. We're a true blue blood. Like, get the crap out of it.
Ohio State's On3 guy,
It's like, come on. Like, we're not a bad program. Like, USC has a great coaching staff defensively. We have all the resources, and prior to these past 2 seasons, Lincoln Riley was considered a top 10 coach at the very least. And what they've been saying about Lincoln Riley, wait until he gets a defense. So he has a defense now, and for those that don't believe it, you guys are going to, see it when the season starts. You guys are going to be a believer when the season starts. And Lincoln Riley, we all know he could be a very, very talented offensive play caller. These past 2 years before Chad Bowden, he had too many things to worry about that I'm sure impacted just his overall performance as a head coach.
Yeah, and real quick, we'll talk about this here real quick, Warren. But shout outs to Bobby Robinson for the $10 dono. Gentlemen, you do a great job of reporting. Thanks. Fight on. Really appreciate the $10 dono.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it. Fight on, Bobby.
And but yeah, so going to Warren, what have you guys heard about Jed being caught up in the Oregon uni glamour situation? I don't know if I don't think it's the uniform glamour or anything like that. I really don't know why he's. Do you guys know why he's really kind of considering Oregon in itself?
Parents I think parents are kind of involved. I mean, I think they like both schools. They like USC.
I would say maybe Jet grew up an Oregon fan. I mean, they're not always going to be USC fans, especially kind of like what a lot of these guys said in the past. Like, obviously, as much as we don't like it as fans, USC, we've been in some few dark years, right? For obvious reasons, the sanctions and just the athletic department just failing us as a football program. And at that time, Oregon took a little bit advantage of it, right? They've made some right moves, and they've been in big games. So some of these kids might have just been, Oregon fans. But that being said, USC is USC. We have the history. Things are turning around, and we have no reason, to jump Oregon. We have everything that it takes. Oregon should be afraid that, we are finally turning the table, and it seems like we're in the right direction now.
Well, see, like when it comes to a lot of these kids that are going into college now, they did not grow up in the Pete Carroll era. They did not, like, if anything, when people talk about USC now, at least that are this kind of generation right now, they look back and they see Reggie Bush, Lendell, but they don't really know the full history of it. And during the time that they've been growing up, that's when Oregon has kind of really taken advantage of it, because they've been the top team at that point in the Pac-12, because we had the sanctions going on, so they really took advantage of it. And these kids kind of grew up in that kind of era when Oregon was the top team in the in the Pac-12 at the time. So they're taking advantage of that. But now things are going to start changing. We were down for a little bit, but now we're back. We're with Chad Bowden, Lincoln Riley, and Danton Lynn really making some changes on on the front office and also on a kind of a philosophy situation. I feel like we're going to be more of a defensive team at this point with how we've been recruiting, how we've been coaching. So it really, I think things will be changing. Like history repeats itself. So USC is going to repeat history again by becoming another top team and showing why we are a blue blood.
Yeah, and if he really is, Oregon fan growing up, get on the call with Jacoby Lane. He's grown up as an Oregon fan. If you guys are not aware of that, there's always he's uploaded some pictures of him, at some Oregon games like here in Arizona. So, and he's a Trojan, right? So, let's get Jacoby and Jet on a call together, and then Jacoby will get them straight.
Yeah, I don't know if you can consider it, but would you guys consider Oregon, the Alabama of academics when it comes to the West Coast? Do you think Oregon's a pretty easy school to get into, just like how it would probably be with Alabama?
Hey, why are we taking shots at Alabama?
I'm just saying, Oregon's. I'm not sure how hard it would be to get into Oregon, but I'm pretty sure it's easy to get into Oregon just as it is with Alabama.
Yeah, obviously it's not even close. It's night and day in terms of academics.
Yeah, we're definitely
between
the better
both programs.
Academics.
We're the better university. Period. There's nothing Oregon really is better than USC is in terms of just as a university in general, programs wise and everything. I mean,
they don't have the national championships like we do. We're constantly winning national championships, regardless if it's not in football, it's something else. Track. We just recently won the national championship in track. We could have easily won the national championship in women's if things went a little bit differently when it came to the March Madness. But volleyball, we're constantly doing well in. Water polo, anything, we're constantly winning championships. So, Oregon, I don't even know the last time they won the national championship in anything.
I mean, they've won it on a few things. So I'm not gonna hate on Oregon that much, even though I'm an Oregon hater. But in comparison,
hater.
Yeah, in general, just USC is a better program. But we gotta admit, some of these kids may just grown up being Oregon Duck fans, and it's all right because it's gonna change again because USC has finally turned the table and we're in a good spot.
Yeah, but see, I get why they could have grown up an Oregon fan, but they were probably disappointed every year because they never won a national championship. I get it was cool to see new uniforms and everything like that, but were you ever satisfied by the end of the year as an Oregon fan? Were you ever? No. At least USC has been satisfied. The Rose Bowl game against Penn State, that was probably one of the best Rose Bowl games next to the Texas USC game. Regardless, even if when we're down, we're still winning in certain areas. But
I'd say lastly, Tina brings a good point too. When was the last time any school had to play? It's a good point. And there's definitely ways around academics now. So
yeah. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about in the chat? At least any other questions that you have for Guns when it comes to recruiting or the official visits? Anything that that you feel like we missed, or since B Jones ended the show early that you may have not have caught from the previous stream? I wonder if B Jones is still here because I'm still going to keep giving you crap about that. It's going to be fun. I'm going to keep giving you crap for the next few shows about it. I'll be like, B Jones, don't end the show early. But Chris, come on, BC. I don't like Oregon, but the last decade they have more success than us. on the football field, please listen to Raul. Wow.
Come on, BC, listen, man.
Wow. Wow. I don't think I will ever talk positive about Oregon until they finally admit that they are not a blue blood.
All right, I'm gonna put you guys on the spot. Tomorrow, 11:01 Pacific Standard Time. Is waffle a Trojan? Yes or no?
I tend to normally stick to being on the safer side. Like I like the safe bet, but I want to say yes. I want to say Chad Bowden closes it out. Chad, the closer, Bowden closes it out. And the ninth, the bottom of the ninth, walk off fashion. Chad Bowden closes it out.
Frog, hey Tina, trust me, I dislike Oregon a lot, but like if we compare these last few years, they've had a slightly better run than us on the football field, but very slightly. So with that being said, trust me, I'll keep hating on Oregon. They have nothing on USC. We're the better program.
Yeah,
Our fans wish they were us, so don't worry, Tina.
Today,
I'll make it up.
I was told by Raul to ease off Oregon. Like, I feel like I'm in another dimension at this point. But really quick shout outs to Bobby Robinson for becoming a new member on the YouTube channel. Really appreciate it. And if you want to be part of the new college football 26 football team, let us know what position you want to play. If you're on Twitter or Instagram or any kind of socials, let us know, or you can even put it in the chat and we can always make a note of it. Let us know the number, the position that you want to play, and then we'll go ahead and put you in the game in the next coming college football 25 games. So the one position you cannot pick is kicker. That is already taken. Kristen is our kicker. Kristen, your position is safe. We're not going to let anyone take your number one kicking spot. Okay, you're going to win. You're going to win the best kicker for this team. So.
And Guns, I want to hear your prediction, man. You're not getting away.
Yeah, I do think it's going to be USC at the end of the day. I mean,
I thought I was playing safe.
I was thinking about it, but I mean, the fact that we canceled another prospects of OV makes me feel like they're very confident in where we're at. Two, again, NIL can definitely help the distance factor in terms of travel. Can definitely help out with the parents, make sure that they don't have to pay anything out of their pockets to come to USC. And lastly, again, they can go to the away games, right? It's easy for them to go to the away games. So like there's a lot of positives, honestly, and some things that they can use. So, and again, the kid, I know I'm not a parent, so I don't mean to feel like I'm calling them out, but I would, if my kid wanted to go to any school, hey, if it is Oregon, if it is UCLA, I would let them go there because that's what they want to do and all that. So
yeah, and don't you want them to have the best education?
Exactly.
USC is literally the best education that they can get out of those two schools, the two other schools that he has the potential to go to. USC is going to set him up for life post NFL career, so a post football career. So you got to think about the long term goals, which is the NFL. But then after that, NFL means not for long. Things constantly change in the NFL. You can be great one year and then you can be traded or you can be released. So you got to think about life after football. And right now, USC, besides some of these other Ivy Leagues, Stanford, you're not getting a better education. So, and like I said,
And-
talk to Tamika Marks, talk to Mama Kay, talk to Dr. Marion Jackson. They will all tell you that it was a good decision to have their kid come to USC, regardless of the distance. So don't worry about that. That shouldn't be the deciding factor. You will see your kid play. I can't say I promise you that because I can't make any of the promises for that. But trust Chad Bowden. Chad Bowden will not lie to you about what is going to be able to what isn't in the powers of seeing him play. But talk about this. Well, go ahead, Roland.
No, I was just gonna say, I do hope that we land Waffle tomorrow. Not losing hope. Anything can change, like you guys been saying. And if it's the parents not wanting him to come because of distance, like I said, there's ways around it. Hopefully, Chad Bowden and staff lay out a plan to the parents and let them know how that may look like. Because sometimes, it's just a matter of not knowing what a certain thing may look like. And, if that's their concern, I'm sure Bowden and the team would lay out a good plan on what that looks like, for the next 3 to 4 years.
Yeah. And or Logan, you said, yeah, but parents, how controlling parents can be. Then if they're so controlling, then Jet should be a Trojan then. Because apparently they enjoy USC as well. So I'm not sure which one they enjoy more, but if they enjoy USC, then they should like that better than Oregon, because Oregon is just a depressing place to live. I've never lived there, but if it's anything like Washington, which I think Washington is a better place to live because it at least has more things to do, I'd rather live in Washington than Oregon, because you can't even pump your own gas there. You have to have someone else do it. I understand it's a job, great, but that's just weird in my opinion. So, but let's see. Joe Boy said we need more defensive ends in this class. KJ Ford is off the list also because they told him to go elsewhere. They have to have another plan now, offer more players at this point, which is why we think that's why I'm saying that we get Luke Waffle. Because if we did tell KJ Ford to go elsewhere, and we're only in the running for one other edge player, which is Luke Waffle, that's why I'm confident that Chad Bowden gets it done. Let's see.
I mean, Joe, I don't know if I would say if the situation is backfired. I mean, we have 2 edge commits right now, right? We're only looking for one more. So, and again, we could easily find somebody during the season that has popped up, in their evaluations. Maybe we go after a Wilder, right? This is all just situations if Luke does not commit to us. So, I mean, I wouldn't say the whole situation is backfired. It's just they're what's the word? They're being, I don't know. I guess not cautious, but they're trying to pick the right person basically. So,
Hey, and last I checked, we're still in the running for Waffle, guys, so it hasn't backfired. And if for whatever reason Waffle doesn't commit to us tomorrow, it's not the end of the world. The staff will go to a different plan and get somebody to commit.
Yeah. And Kristen, you are absolutely right. It's more than just going to the games. It is about ease of access to their kid, just in case anything were to ever happen. You always want to be there and be in a quick distance for them. But it's not going to be like that when they get to the NFL. It's not. They're going to be.
And then also just want to get back to Joe again. I'm not picking on you, Joe, but like the Henderson situation, that's been long gone, right? Like he's always wanted to stay closer to home. So like us going all in on Luke doesn't have an effect on Henderson. It has an effect on KJ, and that's really the only person that has an effect on. Like there's no one, and you could let me know who else you're thinking of, but there's really only one person that we've told to cancel their OB due to Luke, and it's KJ. So, we want to make sure that we're all on the same page.
If that answers your question there, Kristen, did USC tell him to walk before Waffle had a change of heart? Not quite sure, unless you can answer that, Guns.
Yeah, in terms of KJ, yeah, they're we told them pretty early in the process that to cancel the V. We could pivot still, maybe not this weekend, but again, the staff is going to go all out this month. They're going to reevaluate some things, and then during the season, things can definitely change more. So there's always that situation where we could flip. What the staff wants to do is not get to that situation, it sounds like, right? They want to get their guys in order so they don't have to really worry about recruiting kids during the season, right?
Yeah.
They can focus on making sure that the committed kids are still committed.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure we'll have those kids come out to games throughout the whole season. Like, I don't think even just once we get them committed, that's the end. After they shut down their commitment, we'll be consistently having them on campus, having the coaches work with them throughout the season. We're constantly going to be having these kids around at USC. Like, it's once they get committed, that's not the end of their recruitment. The end of their recruitment is once they step foot on campus and move into the freshman dorms. That's when the end of their recruitment is. Well, I mean, technically the transfer portal is a thing, but
it's always recruiting, and nowadays you got to make sure that your current roster is satisfied, the incoming roster is satisfied. It's
Joe,
daily agenda.
I know we've pivoted from 3 other defensive linemen, but right now, if this class were to end right now, you can't tell me that you would not be happy with this class. We have our edge rushers are still great right now. We have Sean Scott, who could potentially become an edge rusher, a hybrid linebacker. Samote. We have a lot of good players that are on the edge. Yeah, we want 5 edge rushers, but right now what we have is just as good. We're still a number 1 recruiting class as we speak right now. We just want to keep having that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Joe, but I just disagree with this 4 players, 3 players.
Joe, you're gonna have to learn to trust the staff. They know what they're doing. It may work out, sometimes it may not. But I trust the staff, and if plan A doesn't work, they'll pivot to plan B or C. You know.
Recruiting is definitely frustrating, but you cannot tell me that this year is not 100 times better than it was last year or the year before that. Like, last year was really frustrating. It was really frustrating because we lost out on a recruit at the last minute to actual Chad Bowden at Notre Dame. But right now, so this is our defensive side. We have Talanoa Ely, Samote, Katawanga, Jamian Winfield, Tom Tapui. We have Albert Hill. We have Brandon Lockhart, Braden Jones. We have Sean Scott, Josh Holland, Peyton Dyer, Madden Reardon, Jake Johnson. We have Andrew Williams. Like, we are stacked at defense right now. Malik Brooks, Taylor Johnson, one of them, a tackling machine right now. And that's half of what we have right now. We have 29 recruits committed to USC. We haven't had that many recruits in forever. We're fine if we lose out on 4 players. We still have a top 10 easily defense or a top 10 easily recruiting class. Like,
Yeah, and Joe, you don't have to be sorry, man. We're just talking, we're having a discussion. So I appreciate,
Yeah.
your opinion, your comments. So no need to be sorry. It is frustrating at times. So, but like we've been saying, we have a top class. So let's be excited about the future. And then, like I said, we'll pivot to different players, like Bobby mentioned. There's going to be kids that might break out that are under the radar, and it's good to have some spots open for those kids that that break out and potential flips down the line as well.
so trust me, like last year or the year before that, we were really mad at, or at least I was mad at recruiting, especially in the fact that a majority of this class, 66%, is California kids. And that's what we've been screaming to the top of the world, is that we need more California kids. We locked down California now, and now we're branching out. We're branching out. We're seeing what we can get outside of California at this point.
I'm in Dallas, Texas right now. So if you guys need me to, if you guys need me to make the drive to DeSoto tomorrow, just let me know, and I'll get Boobie Feaster to lock it in.
Yeah, and
You're probably not far from Duncanville, so go pay a visit to KJ Forbes for us. Just let them know, hey man.
It's like, hey, they sent me personally to come out here and tell you to no hard feelings if you it's just recruiting is fluid.
JVM too as well. It's crazy that like Texas hasn't really been a hotbed for us this season, because that's what we consistently recruited the past few years. It's been Texas. That was where Lincoln Riley was most comfortable with when it came to recruiting. But now it's California because we know we can recruit them with Chad Savage. We can't forget about Chad Savage, Shad Bowden. Yeah, but we've been talking for a while now. So, anyone else have any questions about recruiting? We'll just be on the lookout for a video tomorrow at 11. Well, what time does he commit at tomorrow?
11 a.m. Pacific tomorrow.
Okay, so
be on the lookout for that. I'm sure Hayes will post
my
something
time.
as well.
And then I think we have a Trojan Fights that we just got done with the Lincoln Riley Middle School football camp.
Yeah,
Riley wasn't there. I mean, no,
Yeah.
keep going to those camps, man. It'll help you out eventually. So
if you guys want a chain,
Get your chains. Chains. Yeah.
Raul will have your chain sometime this week, Raul.
I
So
think it arrived Saturday, so I might have it for the Sunday. Oh, actually, I'm not gonna be able to be on the Sunday show. I'll be flying back. No, never mind. I'm actually, disregard that. I'll be on Sunday. I'm confusing it. I'll be on Sunday.
I don't have the soundboard, so I'll just do it myself. Boo!
Hey, I made it today, guys.
Yes.
Yes,
All
dude.
right.
Appreciate
All
that.
Is there anything else you guys want to talk about before we get out of here? I'm a little hungry right now, but be on the lookout. I might.
Don't say anything yet.
Yeah, don't say
I
it.
wouldn't.
Yeah.
Wait
Big
until.
surprise though, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There could be a new chain coming along. So
Exactly.
just be on the lookout. But if you want a chain right now, I do have a shipment that I need to send out tonight. So Ishmael, if you're watching, it will go out tonight. And but yeah.
Why don't? And
All right,
I guess hit that like button, subscribe, share, and
Exactly.
appreciate you guys being here. We'll see you guys on Sunday.
All right, Eve, I'm sorry for the situation with the ending the stream. That was all. Definitely give B Jones crap the next time that he's on the live this Sunday. So I'm sure he's listening. He's going to say something to me in the chat later. But until next time, guys, keep the torch burning bright. Fight on.
Right on.
I know.